But we've had some banter over here prior to this because I know
what's going on.
We were probably chirping because we're arguing before this thing starts.
Okay, well take it away,
We're
guys.
gonna try
I just was raised different. Bobby Cox raised me different. I wasn't good enough. He used to tell me you're not good enough to make fundamental mistakes.
All right, here's the deal, because what we'd like to do in these moments, we're gonna pick some different items out as we go. And let me wax poetic a little bit. You don't see this often with the ball underneath Chapman, right? But a teachable moment for a kid is even if you think you should have made a play, be ready to make the next, and it's always going to be good.
I like
this
that.
is a base running play that we'll get to that in a minute. So here's the play I'm talking about. And by the way, I don't know if you can make the play or not, but the fact is you're doing that tells me you care. He bloodied up his wrist a little bit, the ball comes down, right? So now as an infielder, you think you make a play, next guy gets a base hit, and now you're sitting there, come on, man, give me one.
I know.
Give me a chance to get out of this, and watch this, D-Row.
Snap.
That's as quick as you can get. Beautiful. Freeze this thing there. Look how his concentration's there. He's not taking it for granted. And this transfer and the throw, there's a fine line for a third baseman throwing to a second baseman turning a double play. You don't want it like this, and you don't want to rock it. You want to make him, the second baseman, turn this double play. Give him no doubt you turn this double play.
Can I jump in real quick?
Please do.
Kids at home, another thing I just noticed. Boom. You see how like 3/4 of his palm is outside the glove?
Right.
You never want to drive your hand into the glove. You lose kind of mobility with it. So you want a little play there. You want to be able to give it.
I got such bad coaching.
Was that the reason you're not in the big leagues?
I got such bad.
You would have been a big leaguer.
But go ahead and play this thing through right here and watch this throw and then freeze it at the second baseman.
How many people tell you that, D-Row? They would have made it.
None of yous would have made it. I promise. None of yous.
How about this right here? This is what I like. Some people might say, okay, it's a tad bit high if you were nitpicking.
I didn't mind that.
I want the grill as the target. When they always talk about hit the guy in the chest, no, I want this one, because if you don't catch it, you're going to get drilled in the face. I want the grill. I want it the closest you can to those eyeballs. He throws this up there in a perfect spot, which is over the back part of the bag, where he can easily take one step and finish the double play. But I think, to me, the double play, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch. If the first guy does his part right, it makes that guy's job easier. And then when he finishes it to first, even though this throw's a little low, it's still an easy double play. Play it.
Small C. Nice and smooth.
And then the finish at the end. But I love the fact that Chapman thought he should have made a diving play.
That would have been a sick
Which
play.
is crazy enough. He bloodied himself up. So anyway, we're not going there, D-Row. We're not going there again.
He was in the lineup yesterday.
He should be.
No.
He should be.
Take a day, Ben.
This is where we were arguing. All right, so what I want to use in this particular case is a coachable moment on what third base should be considered as a base runner.
Yep.
So let's go back and play the play. And I get it. Everybody knows a mistake is made. He's out at third base.
You should go spend a night in jail for that.
No, you should not.
I'm serious. Aaron Judge is hitting. Don't move.
Okay, I hear you, but in this particular case, I don't care who's here. I want a fundamental talked about on at third base for a kid. Because guess what? A 12-year-old, Aaron Judge ain't hitting. But I want you to understand how you should be doing something.
Newsflash. If you ever have one on your team, don't move.
Listen to this. The ball is caught. This position needs to be better once the ball is caught.
He got caught up.
Right. So here's what I want to try to do before we go back to the video. This is third base. We're going to use this black line
as the baseline.
As the baseline, right? Okay. So third base is a momentum.
So I'm playing third.
Controlled bag.
Yep.
Momentum controlled bag. If I'm in a position, which he is not in, to go when I'm timing the pitcher up when it's going to get to the hitting zone or the catcher, I should think about a right, left, right. And I'm still in foul territory, but I'm here. As soon as that ball's caught, which is right now, my first movement, once it's caught, because nothing's gonna happen, my first movement should be up and in fair territory coming back.
You slide him back into third?
No.
Exactly.
But my first move is I don't want to give him, the guy who wants to pick me off and embarrass me, an opportunity. And if I treat, Kurt Gibson said this one time, if you treat every play on the base pass like it's the action play, you'll never be wrong. So if the action is, once he catches it, I'm getting back, I'm getting big and I'm getting back, he won't even eyeball me. He won't even turn around and look to my third baseman to get me. So go ahead and play that through. Step, step, he's caught. And this other angle you're gonna see, he's almost in this position when the ball's caught, and we got issues. Because now I'm done. And there is a little bit of lane to
So
get.
run that back just a little bit. So kids at home, I want them to understand this. When you're going back in fair territory, you're not diving back into third base. If you run big body, this ball hits him in the back. Worst case scenario, you take 5 ounces in the back and you save yourself the embarrassment of getting picked off third with Aaron Judge at the plate.
Here, take this back. It's
All
a
right,
controlled
keep it going.
momentum base. All right, play it through.
That makes sense?
I was just going to ask, what's that?
So look, right?
Momentum controlled bag. What does that mean?
Momentum means a controlled momentum, which a right, left, right. All the other bases, we're doing this. We're shuffling up to get off the base. Third base, I was taught it's a right, left, right. And as soon as the ball's caught on back big, they're never going to throw down.
I know that. Okay.
Stay in control. All right, so this one might be the mundane of all mundane, but I am the most boring person in the world.
Oh, no, that's me.
And I get off on this. So anyway,
The claw?
Scoop will play in this position yesterday. Watch this with Jazz up the line. You make a play, okay, it's a routine out. But I love the fact, Freeze, he's not going to miss this. There are so many of the unathletic type pitchers that stand on the bump and they kick this and kick this and kick this and then throw it into the stands. This dude is going to squash it into the dirt or grass, and he's going to give me a nice counter, and watch these fingers go to the first baseman after the flip. It is beautiful.
Running the option for Oklahoma.
Ding, play it, please. Squish it, catch it, flip it.
Look at you.
Finger, knuckleball. Out. Thank you very much, people. Okay.
That's a nice one.
This one right here, dude. Woo.
You got a lather going.
I do have a lather.
Is it a good one?
Relay to home plate.
Oh, well, Miami's redoing the rules of the game. I'm
Stop
serious.
that.
They were playing infield in against Pete Alonso with less than 2 yesterday. I was seeing things. I was like, am I wrong?
Juan Soto, sports fans, is going to get it going. Don't worry about this. Here's the play at the plate, semi-close. All right, freeze it first of all. The highest paid player in totality with 2 strikes. Sports
Choked
fans.
up.
He
Yep,
choked up a little bit. You know why? Because he doesn't want to swing and miss.
Exactly.
If I had
Love
a
it.
double in the gap, I might have a ribeye steak sandwich.
I love it.
Play it, please. Man, I put the pause in the wrong spot. There it is. So, here's the relay. It's a catch, it's a throw, it's a catch, it's a throw, it's close. Now, under further review, let's take a look at it. Freeze that for me a minute
Who
just to set
doesn't
it
love
up.
a good high home?
Love the good high
Seriously.
home. Okay, because I know where you sit with me. Backfield of spring training, fundamentals early on day 1. Man on first, automatic double in the gap.
Double in the gap. Where are we setting up? We setting up what bag?
4.
Come on.
Okay, so here's the jumbo
Wake
ball.
up over there.
There's jumbo ball. Play it, please.
Just got nominated for an Emmy.
There goes the ball.
I like the jumbo ball.
Now, check this out. Here comes the throw to home. Oh, my goodness.
There you go.
That's a triangle.
That's a trap.
And I don't want that triangle.
That's a trapezoid.
So look at the yellow line
Isosceles.
lined up. Look at this lined up. Keep it there for a minute. I'm not saying this is theoretical. I'm not saying he's going to be out at home. But look at the distance the ball traveled in the yellow line scenario.
This is good, Bill.
Line up right, and we will get him. Maybe. Play it. Freeze. He knows where to throw it.
Yeah, he's
We're going to
going home.
advance frame this dude and creep it up. He's going to throw home. Watch where his eyes go and watch where he ends up throwing. Play it. He's coming home towards me. This is where I am.
Yup,
But now he's
yup.
going to yank it over there because somebody's not there. And we catch this. We got the first baseman in the right spot. I'm good. We got a one-upper. We got the pitcher back here. We're 85% to 90% right, but there it is. So play it back to when the catcher's going to catch it for me, Lucas. Remember that yellow line, green line? Are you telling me that ball's not going to be there in time? That ball traveled an awful long way to go yellow.
Yeah.
Point A to point B. It's a straight line.
That's good stuff.
Closest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Don't do that circuitous route because we might have thrown them out, and then it's still a 0-0 game. They ended up winning 2-0, but it could have been 0-0 for a little bit longer.
Best one ever. Deserves an Emmy.
If you're not doing team fundamentals, I went a bunch of camps in spring training. The one that caught my eye, Terry Francona back in Cincinnati, Brad Mills, they were running team fundamental stuff. 1 out, boom, boom, boom. You have to do
D-Row,
that.
don't all teams do
No,
that?
they don't. They chase the analytics. That's where you lose me a little bit. I got it with the exit velocities and chasing all the numbers. You got to chase the numbers, but there's a strategy to the game.
Yeah.
You got to be in the right place at the right time. There's fundamentals to this game that on a nightly basis win and lose you ball games, and we see it all the time.
The more I watch this Tigers team, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, they're more than just Tarek Skubal now.
Oh, they are. They're building on something in Motown right now. I'm going to kind of call it like the Tigers royalty, this starting rotation. And it starts really with the guy that's the king, and that's Tarek Skubal. Reigning AL Cy Young Award winner, powerhouse package of pitches. So you've got a guy right now that's a front of the rotation guy, home road, playoff game, whatever it is. He's a legitimate ace. He's the best left-hander in the game right now. And then you've got the Grand Duke, Jack Flaherty. They reacquired him. Remember at the trade deadline last year? Dodgers acquired him. And I know the Tigers didn't think that they were in the postseason. There's no way they would have traded Jack Flaherty. But you know what? Give them credit. They brought him back. They were familiar with him. So all of a sudden you throw Jack Flaherty in that mix. And then you've got the Duke of Motor City, Casey Mize. We're going to start calling him. If he keeps pitching like this, Acey Mize, not Casey Mize. He's turning into an ace. He was brilliant yesterday, and those were tough conditions. Powerhouse split finger, located his fastball, breaking ball, and then you've got the prince right here. This guy has a chance. When you bring a young guy like Joe and you put it, I mean, the movement and the velo is incredible. They brought him in spots last year in October that you just don't bring young guys up and put him in. And here's the Baron, Reese Olson. Might be the most underappreciated.
I love this kid.
Underappreciated. You know, outside of being a Tigers fan, you're like, you bring up Reese Olson, you're like, I never really watched the pitch. Really good stuff. And he's figured some things out, and he can get into the 5th and 6th inning. And then you start looking at this entire rotation going, man, there's so much going on right here. And their bullpen, very underappreciated. They have a very good bullpen. A couple of options from the left and the right side. I know you're high on the Royals rotation. You have every reason to be. But I think right now, if this Tigers rotation stays healthy, they may have the best rotation in the Central.
Really?
I do. When you have Skubal and Flaherty, and Olson has pitched so well, Jackson Jobe, and then Casey Mize. What I saw yesterday out of Casey Mize was the first time. He's had some pockets in the bullpen where that split finger is nasty, where it's a two-pitch guy. You don't have time to establish 3 pitches coming out of the bullpen. And so he comes out, throwing fastballs, throwing that splitter. But yesterday, in that game 1 against the Yankees, the fastball location, very few non-competitive pitches. He looked to me like, now I see why he was 1-1 overall coming out of Auburn, because he's figuring it out.
I have not heard you talk this highly about a Detroit Tigers starting rotation in over 10 years. Matter of fact, I have to go back to 2014 maybe?
They were pretty good.
How good were they? Let's take a look at what I believe is a good comparison. I want to go to 2013. Verlander is now Tarek Skubal, right? Cy Young winners.
They're just opposite-handed.
Max Scherzer and Jack Flaherty, they got that angry in them.
Oh, lots of anger.
Right? The St.
They're
Louis
good.
connection. Anibal Sanchez, strikeout guy. Casey Mize.
Without a doubt. Very good
comp.
Very, very good comp.
Doug Fister and Reese Olson, the tricky righty.
I remember when they acquired Fister, we're like, they got Fister. What'd they get him for?
And then the baby righties. Rick Porcello was up in the bigs at age 19.
This is your best comp. Like what they did to Rick Porcello, they basically said, here, man. Remember, he pitched a play-in game on the road in Minnesota.
I think it's eerily similar.
It is.
To 2013. They're Cy Young winners at the top. You got the angry righty in Flaherty and Scherzer. You got the tricky righty in Reese Olson and Fister. You got a guy that can throw no-hit, guys with no-hit stuff, but they have that erratic moment in Casey Mize and Anibal Sanchez.
Correct.
And then you got the baby high upside righties in Jobe and Porcello.
I'm telling you, this rotation in 2025, it's early. We're in week 2 of the season. But when you see when they win the first game of a series, and then they have a guy like Skubal going today, I mean, you feel like if you're a Tigers fan, you don't care who you're playing, where you're playing, East Coast, West Coast. When Skubal's on the mound, it's win day. He's going to give you a legitimate chance to win, and I don't care who you're matched up against, the other starting pitcher. He's that good.